Howdy, fellow kids, and welcome to our journey of a lifetime here at RIT. My name is Wesley Clover, and I will be your narrator for How to Pass IGME 110 Intro to Interactive Media. This video will be your guide for everything you'll need to know about IGME 110 and how to get that perfect A. You'll learn the ins and outs of good designs, the correct colors to choose, and how to make your audio sound spiffy. Let's begin. First thing first, let's talk about the basics of this course. During IGME 110, you'll learn how to be a good researcher and designer, and that's out for three key things: being professional, using information and ideas, and doing legally gray shenanigans. You gotta put the right foot forward. When writing a letter, be sure to give it a little pizzazz, a little razzle-dazzle, make the reader connect with you. How do you do, buckaroo is a great opening line that makes the reader remember you. After all, a little rhyme keeps the clocks on time. When it comes to information, finding the right sources is key. That's why newspapers are a great source of unbiased information. You'll find everything you'll need right there, and it's all trustworthy too. But what if people criticize your ideas? Well, ignore those naysayers and killjoys. They got nothing constructive to add and just bog you down in unneeded self-loathing. You don't need them anyways. Now that you got the basics, it's time to apply them in researching a topic, developing an idea, and writing a persuasive essay on it. To help you with this perilous task, here are 3 hot tips straight from the griddle. First, you want to gather information. Let's say, for example, your topic is whether exclusivity contracts from big newspaper companies help independent journalism. You can start by looking at trustworthy newspapers, and remember, plagiarism is overrated anyways. Now that you got your information, it's time to write your piece. Connecting with your audience is key to persuading them, so be sure to effectively communicate your ideas. For example, the following thesis is a great example because it's clear, concise, and relatable. With your paper complete and your audience enchanted, it's time for the final touches. Things like a 7-point font to save on paper, removing works-cited to keep the clutter down, and the zaniest font to make your message stand out are all good tips to make your paper perfect. Let's now move on to design, starting with the hot new fad, images. To make an image look good takes a lot of work, but always remember the first rule of images: the less pixels you have, the better. Reducing pixels is a great way to save on printing costs. Of course, to complete your image, you want to choose the right font. The secret is that all fonts are interchangeable, so feel free to dally around until your heart finds the right font for your project. And remember, Comic Sans is perfectly acceptable to use. Now that you got your image and text complete, it's time to think about interaction and accessibility. To make sure that your work can be interacted by anyone, include translations in all 7,000 languages so that no one is excluded. A little bit of elbow grease is all you need. A good design takes a lot of work, and that requires a lot of time. However, time is money, so to cut down on time spent designing, be sure to absolutely nail your design on your first attempt. Every prototype is wasted time and promotes mediocrity. With a load of new tools under your belt, it's time to brave the new frontier of technological innovation, the cinema. Crafting an elegant masterpiece is tricky, but you can employ new state-of-the-art techniques such as color theory. And you can't have a good video without audio too. Selecting the right sound effects or mixing the audio to be just perfect can be difficult, so here's a good rule of thumb. Go wild. There's no such thing as too much audio. As we are nearing the end of our guide, let's look at a couple last tips. The first is presenting your ideas. To communicate your ideas effectively, be sure to go into every little detail of your project, down to the nitty-gritty. Your audience will love your thoroughness. And lastly, make sure you'll never stop learning. And by that, stick with what you know. We have reached the pinnacle of technology, so mastering things like the modern Kodak camera will always be useful because it will never change. So there you have it, a comprehensive guide to succeed in IGME 110. You've learned all the best tools of the trade that I have over the years, and with the help of this video, you'll show the world what you got. The world's your oyster, kid, and every door is a door to a new opportunity. This is Wesley Clover signing off.